Ramahi.
Present.
Web Administrator Suarez.
Present.
Chairperson Thumu. Present. Chairperson Alvarez. Chairperson Celestino. Is he here? I saw him. Oh my God. Representative Yusuf.
Present.
Representative Ahmad. Representative Beltran. Representative Mata.
Present.
Representative Ahmed. Representative Cruz. Representative Representative Castle. Representative Cody Castle. Representative Karpinski. Representative Haybali. Representative Sharma. Representative Giron.
Present.
Representative Goman. Representative Patel.
Present.
Representative Cordoba. Representative Dixit.
Present.
Representative Hannah. Representative Lopez.
Present.
Representative Rothenbaum.
Present.
Representative Cavalas.
Present.
Representative Dasgupta.
Present.
Representative Zafar. Representative Flores.
Present.
Representative Preobrajenskaya.
Present.
Representative Dean.
Present.
Representative Patel.
Present.
Representative Al Adwan. Present.
Thank you. The next order of business is reading the approval of the agenda. Please take the time to read over the agenda. Are there any corrections to the agenda? Yes, Mark.
I'd like to table resolution, 2023 at 12:2003.
There's been a motion to table resolution 2023 as 12/2003. Is there a second? Second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is passed. That's fine.
Would I be able to add resolution or motion to add resolution 2023 at 12/2003 and try to contact the recent updated version of the resolution?
Yes, there's been a motion to add resolution 2023 as 12/2003 to the agenda. Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is passed. Are there any other corrections to the agenda? Yes.
Motion. Resolution 2023 at 12:05.
There's been a motion to add resolution 2023 as 12/2012 to the agenda. Is there a second?
I second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is passed. Are there any other corrections to the agenda? Yes, please. Yes, there's been a motion to table the item for discussion, regarding the SXC, that's USG Collaborative Student Survey. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then the motion is passed. Are there any other corrections to the agenda? If not, we will move on to the next order of business, which is public comment. Is there any public? If not, we will move on to the next order of business, which is guest speakers. Are there any guests? There are no guest speakers. So we will move on to the next order of business, which is nominations. Our next order of business is nominations. There will be nominations in accordance for the positions of treasurer and speaker. I'll now open the floor for nominations for speaker. Yes.
I would like to nominate Michelle Jones.
I accept this nomination. Are there any other nominations?
Yes, I'd like to. Michelle.
We only have a nomination.
Oh,
Thank you, then.
okay.
Are there any other nominations? Not, we will move on to nominations for the position of treasurer. Are there any nominations? Yes, go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Matthew Cavales for treasurer.
Matthew, would you like to accept this nomination?
I accept.
All right. you. Are there any other nominations for treasurer?
Yes, I just have a question. Do not nominate members of the present state, right?
Are there any other nominations for the position of treasurer? If not, then we will move forward with speeches. First, if we can give a speech for the speaker. As first, I will commence. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much for considering me to be your speaker again. I've been in USG for my entire time here at UAC, during which I've learned a lot about advocacy at USG as an organization. I've also worn a lot of different hats: representative, committee chair, interim speaker, and finally speaker. But of all of these roles that I've held, speaker is the one that truly speaks the most. As much as I love leading meetings and using the gavel, the simple singular reason that the position of speaker resonates so deeply is because of the relationships I get to build with you all. We come from all walks of life, with diverse backgrounds, ideas, and perspectives. And yet, we're all brought together by our shared belief in the power of student advocacy and leadership, which allows us to work towards the common goal of making UIC a better place for our student body and generations of students to come. We all have something unique to bring to the table, and that is what makes USG so special. As your speaker, I had the privilege of working with each and every single one of you, and it's been an honor every step of the way. In a way, this speech is also my love letter to you all, the year or more that we've shared together. I know that these past 2 semesters have not been easy. There have been times where I wasn't quite sure how I could best support everyone, but I've come out of this with a stronger and better sense of how to foster an environment where everyone feels valued and supported. I'm also looking to incorporate some changes into the organization, some of which was suggested by you folks, such as an earlier and more comprehensive orientation, more frequent social and bonding activities, teamwork and leadership workshops, and much more. Despite the obstacles, we have persevered as an organization and continue to push forward. I've seen firsthand the passion, dedication, and hard work that all of our USG members put forward. As we look towards the future, I'm confident that together we can accomplish great things for this university and for each other. As your speaker, I promise to be a steady and compassionate figure for you all. I will work tirelessly to ensure that all voices are heard and all concerns are addressed, and that each semester, each meeting, each step we take is better than the last. Thank you for considering me for this position, and I'm grateful for each and every single one of you. I'm so excited to see what USG can accomplish in the coming year. The next speech we have is the speech for the treasurer. We have nominee Matthew Wallace come up and give the speech.
Okay. Good evening, fellow members of the undergraduate student government. My name is Matthew Caballas, or Matoy, preferably Matoy, and I'm here to talk about my candidacy for treasurer. Okay, so when I first joined USG, my main goal was to improve the college experience for all, and I feel like that goal was accomplished through all the hard work we did, whether through resolutions or events we passed and held. I want to continue this goal for the next academic year, and I want to play a bigger role in accomplishing that goal as treasurer. As current deputy, I know exactly what it means to be a successful treasurer and have firsthand experience on those duties. I'm also part of outside organizations that help improve my leadership and communication skills. So I know I didn't talk a lot at meetings, but I promise I paid attention. Okay, sorry. So along with these skills, I know how to communicate with catering, the dean of students, representatives, and administrators. And as treasurer, I promise to work collaboratively with all of USG to ensure our budget helps students, which is our main goal, whether that be through giveaways, events, or improving campus itself. I also promise to be transparent about the budget, spending, reserve funds, especially reserve funds, because I know that they caused some issues this year. I also promise to listen to the opinions of all, making sure no one is ever left out of the loop. And ultimately, my main goal is to make sure our body is functioning on all cylinders and is the best as possible. I believe that by working together and making smart financial decisions, we can have a thriving community that both supports and empowers students on campus. This is the future I envision, and I hope to gain this opportunity and become your treasurer. Thank you.
Okay. We will now that speeches have been given, may we please have all nominees for speaker to leave the room for discussion.
Bye,
I'm
Michelle.
going to close the room, and Yasmin will come up and lead her.
Oh, is anyone Zoom?
Oh.
Stop recording.
Directly, if you can hear me. Resolution 2023 11 1025, disability inclusion and awareness event. Chief sponsor, Representative Journal and co-sponsor, Gates, Chair, Mike. Whereas, undergraduate student government finds it difficult to create awareness and minority groups on campus and represent the disability community, and whereas the purpose of the event is to give student organizations focused on advocacy and awareness for minority groups an opportunity to be represented, and for students to gain insight into the different communities on campus, and to increase inclusivity in our student body. And whereas it can be accomplished by collaborating with other student organizations such as MHDA, Mental Health and Disability Alliance, PhD, UIC, the Disability and Human Development Department, GWS Center, and whereas the Diversity and Inclusion Committee will be hosting a disability inclusion and awareness event, which will involve an open discussion session where student organizations will be able to share their concerns, experiences, and brainstorm ideas to increase inclusiveness on campus, and a guest speaker from the PhD department will be invited to provide insight. And whereas the event will be held on April 26, 2022, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the room to be determined, then let it be resolved that this event will give an opportunity to students and student organizations to meet and share ideas and experience. Let it be further resolved that this event will allow student organizations to focus on fostering harmony with upcoming school year and change initiatives. Let it be further resolved that USG will allocate a maximum of $200 to the event, and any unspent funds shall be returned. Thank you. I'll now open the floor for discussion. Are there any questions or comments regarding the resolution? Before we voting on this next. If not, we will move forward to voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 S 11-1025, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023 S 11-1025 is passed. Next we have resolution 2023 S 11-2008. As an item on this, could you please read this to us?
Whereas the world is becoming increasingly reliant on technology, shifting significantly education, and whereas students often forget their charges before coming to campus for their classes and meetings, leaving them to find friends and classmates charges, and whereas the city will be meant to support the USG power share program, then let it be resolved that undergraduate students shall establish the USG power share program for students who are charges. Let it be further resolved that this program shall be managed by the that we further resolve undergraduate students shall allocate $1,500 to purchase the following devices below. Let it further resolve that we the resources section. Let it further resolve that anyone can function.
Thank you. I will now open the floor for discussion as we will be voting on this tonight. Are there any questions or comments regarding resolution 2023 S 11? Yes, sir.
I like this, but I just had a question. I don't know if you'll be able to do this within the time being, but do you think in later times, they'll be able to add like iMac chargers and stuff like that? Because I know people are always having problems with like, oh, my laptop is not ready. So I'm just wondering like if that could be something also a part of this program.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we're just I only use charges.
Mhm.
I know that everything else. last meeting, but we can definitely expand this over years, you know, this we can commit over summer. We can definitely add charges, chargers, in addition.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you allow access to the program in protocol?
Move them or will we wait for that to happen? Are there any other questions or comments? Yes, Nacho?
Question, I shared the document with everyone. Please, if you want to. This will be, provided in the. Equivalent office by the department boards. So you can just go there.
Are there any other questions or? If not, we move forward to voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023-11-2008, please say aye.
Aye.
And all those in favor. Anyone abstain? Not on resolution 2023-11-2008. Next, we have resolution 2023-11-10. Read this first. Whereas USG traditionally ordered the plaque with the names and titles of all USG members of each academic year. And whereas USG finds it important to commemorate the honor of each year. And let it be resolved that USG can allocate $150 for participants to the 2022-2023 year. And let it be further resolved that the plaque shall be fetched from USG office alongside the rest. Now, for discussion, we will be voting on this. Are there any questions or comments tonight? Yes, I will be sure to. Thank you for bringing that up. I guess this is a question for you all. Would you want commissioners to be listed twice? So like Felix, for example, would be as like another commissioner or just? Just Felix?
Everyone say, I'm kind of ready for that.
Yes. Okay, well, I think it should be fun. So there it is. Yes, Yash. Yeah. Are there any other questions or comments regarding this? Yes. Yes, that is the font size.
Okay.
No, Are there any other questions regarding this resolution? Or move on to the. Yes.
In the room, I may be mistaken, but I don't think I saw a web administrator or graphic designer.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe I missed that in the. I will add that. I use the template from the past. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, and then changing public relations.
I'll send them up to you. Please let me know if you. Should be solved. Are there any other questions or comments? If not, we'll move forward to voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023-11-5010, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023-11-5010 is passed. We will now move on to our next order of business, which is new business. First, we have resolution 2023 S 1273, of which there is an updated version in the email. First that. Dr. Haas, would you please read it?
So I am the chief sponsor along with Representative Katie Flores, and my co-sponsor is Deputy Chair Diversity and Inclusion, Rena Jones. Whereas the LGBTQ community is an important and valuable part of the UIC community, and whereas UIC ranks 6th overall in the country for diversity according to the Wall Street Journal, and Campus Pride, a nonprofit organization that strives to create a safer college environment for the LGBTQ community, has rated UIC 5 stars. And whereas the undergraduate team government is to represent and support all students on UIC campus. And whereas the president of Chick-fil-A presents an uncomfortable and unwelcome nature to UIC community upon their entrance to the student center. And whereas the actions of UIC Student Center East Dining Services as well as UIC Youth Administration has not been supportive of the community due to their continued persuasive nature regarding the removal of Chick-fil-A and then let it be resolved that the undergraduate student government supports the community, and let it be further resolved that publicly attached letter will be sent to the director of concerning services and other key figures in UIC's administration regarding the continuing contracts with vendors established on campus, and let it be further resolved that the undergraduate student government calls for more visible support of the community from the UIC. And so the attached letter. We, the undergraduate student government, stand with the LGBT community in the face of national legislative effort to restrict the community of their right to access healthcare and be free to express their laws. UIC ranks 6th overall in the country for diversity according to the Wall Street Journal. Campus Pride, a nonprofit organization that strives to create a safer college environment for the community, has rated UIC 5 stars. However, UIC cannot live up to the standard that was ranked in if the community present on campus so unsafe and present due to the institutional support of Chick-fil-A. At the Diversity and Inclusion Town Hall hosted by USG in March 2023, students came in with question after question to understand the presence of Chick-fil-A. Administrators stated that there was not much concern initially when Chick-fil-A was introduced to UIC as a vendor in 2016. However, after the restaurant was established, there was increasing student concern from the community, leading UIC administrators to reach out about these concerns that were brought to them in 2020. The community brought back a survey to UIC administrators showing significant population of students who do not support the presence of Chick-fil-A on campus. Furthermore, students showed up to a petition to stand in and physically show their disapproval of Chick-fil-A on March 31st. The main acknowledgement made to support Chick-fil-A's presence on campus with the revenue agenda. Due to Chick-fil-A remaining open longer than all other vendors, it allows the vendors to make more. Furthermore, in the Diversity and Inclusion Town Hall, it was stated that revenue generated is essential towards maintaining the university and its students. Undergraduate tuition has seen an increase in the establishment of Chick-fil-A. While tuition may have increased due to other factors, the revenue that Chick-fil-A has generated has not brought down that increase and mitigated any of the emotional burden that was placed on the community with the benefit. The contract with Chick-fil-A ends June 1st, 2020. The RFP committee will be submitting a proposal of other options, and currently the university is seeking bids from other chains. The undergraduate student government strongly urges the University of Illinois Chicago's administration to consider other options for their food vendor without the egregious history and documentation noting significant donations towards the erasure and suppression of the LGBT community to ensure that all communities on campus feel safe and supported as they walk into their schools. Signed, the undergraduate student. As a follow-up, I have a letter of support and also context from a student who wasn't able to make it here today because they had conflict with the timing. So here's that letter and their name is. I'd like to start by giving a big thank you to USG and Montesquieu and Felix in particular for hearing what I have to say. On Transgender Day of Visibility, we held a protest over the presence of Chick-fil-A on campus. The student body has on multiple occasions voiced our desires for Chick-fil-A's commitment. The Gender and Sexuality Center put out an ongoing large-scale survey with 90% of respondents stating that Chick-fil-A's contract should not be renewed. Charles Burrell, the Executive Director of Business Development and ultimately the person in charge of the contract, specifically asked for this subject, but does not seem to care about this. Instead, he prioritizes the profits that it generates for the university over the well-being of students. In fact, we have had town hall meetings with them, countless email exchanges, provided surveys and data to students that support our position, provided historical precedent for the removal of Chick-fil-A from universities, participated in surveys from dining services that support our position, and still takes no action. With that in mind, rather than politely ask the person who has shown to care about students' well-being, keep campus safe, they organized a protest in the room. The first half of the protest involved handing out flyers to students and community members explaining what Chick-fil-A needs to become. In addition to their history of supporting conversion therapy, they are actively funding the rising wave of anti-trans legislation across the country, and they're funding the building of top secret amendment. If USC claims to be an institution that serves your community among other marginalized communities, perhaps their dollars should not be going towards the businesses that support these ties of legislation. Yes. The second half of our protest involved us moving into Chick-fil-A itself and peacefully standing in line and picking up tables during peak lunch hours to disrupt sales and discourage anyone from purchasing in Chick-fil-A. We made it a point to be calm and respectful to workers who receive an unlivable minimum wage, like many of us do in our own jobs. The workers are not our enemy. Rather, our enemy is with the committee that we have businesses working partners. The committee supports Chick-fil-A, such as Chick-fil-A, and this question, why do we as students not know who's representing us and making decisions that affect? The director came to our sit-in and made a meeting demanding that we leave the premises and threatened to call security or detain students. Our process was deemed to be disruptive. We then reached a notice call. They had asked them what was the purpose of the protest if not disrupt, and they had said it was to inform. And they had also asked if the director person believed in the presence of Chick-fil-A if it aligned with UIC's commitment to its students, and the director agreed that it did not. The student body knows what kind of institution Chick-fil-A is and has politely stated our desires already. We cannot become be an institution that cares about its students when actively funding those who are hostile to the government. After our protest, the director had sent an email attempting to discourage future protests. In it, the director explained that UIC can get rid of Chick-fil-A at any time, that UIC has just not had the political will to do it. The director's last words were that UIC just needs to decide which side of the fence its wishes to be on. I think UIC has spoken and will continue to speak. The students know which side of the fence they want to be on, and they have the political will to demand the changes that they use. The committee and UIC administration need to fill the will to value students over all. USG should put out a statement supporting the protest and push to remove a hateful business from our campus. If administration does not know what student will look like, I urge USG to lead by example and support this movement for queer students on campus. Thank you for all your time and good luck. And once again, this is from a student within the community that just wanted to.
Thank you. I will now open the floor for discussion, and we will be voting on this next. Are there any questions or comments regarding this discussion? Yes, please.
You can see that. Okay, just to give some background on the Chick-fil-A. So, in 2012, when it really started getting like a controversial aspect, that's when we first saw that Chick-fil-A had been donating to certain foundations. Well, first, their founder made comments on their opposition to same-sex marriage. And then it was found out that the founder of Chick-fil-A also founded the Winshake Foundation, which has opposed LGBT rights and is for conversion therapy as well as other foundations. They've also funded the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And then after that, they said that they were going to lead policy debate over same-sex marriage to the government. This was 2012. But then 2017, they had more executive members who were the Salvation Army, and more money going to the Salvation Army, which has also countered LGBTQ+ rights. In 2019, the president of Chick-fil-A said that Chick-fil-A was going to change its philanthropic giving model to stop donating to foundations with the anti-LGBTQ youth and instead donate to charities focused on education, homelessness, and hunger, and they could either be faith or non-faith based. But this was 2019, and there hasn't really been much change other than they are no longer supporting. Other than the one-shaped one, the founder is also the founder of Chick-fil-A, and they've been overfunded. The CEO does continue to say that they support the biblical definition of a family unit, but that doesn't make them anti-gay. Also, Rutgers University, Northeastern University, and Davidson College have all had the same situation as UIC, and through their USG, they've made initiatives to ban either Chick-fil-A or to get them off campus. So what we're doing, it's definitely possible with other universities have done it as well.
Are there any other questions or comments for the presentation? Yes, Ryan.
So, I think I answered it on now, like this resolution is already brought up, or like we already discussed it last semester, or before that we. No, sorry, it was like, the director of the slide. So like at this time, do we have like any stringent, solution until like we can like, or like 50% that we can do it? Or we just have that letter submitted to, and let them read the letters and let them decide like, is this gonna be still on campus or not?
So the main thing here is that we have an opportunity where the vendor contract is finalized. And so however small the change is, to move Chick-fil-A, a lot of the community wants to take that small chance. And I want to add and through this statement, USG has some power in the administration. And we can work with them with this statement and really show that there is student support behind this. And that there are students who want to really show that by passing these others as well.
Are there any other questions or comments from this? If not, we will be voting on this next. Next, we have resolution 2023 S12/1026. Representative Haybelly, could you please read this out? Okay, come.
The undergraduate student government states maintain and benefits of the undergraduate student body, and whereas the USG aims to spread awareness for its activities and initiatives to students as well as communities, visibility and outreach and whereas fostering social events that elevate the fostering of personal connections with USG members is invited, promotes an approachable and personal image for USG as an organization and so for students. And whereas providing USG members the chance to engage with their angels better, so that it will enable members to gain a stronger understanding and for source of UIC. Which will in turn more effective response to initiatives for the body than the result that even during the week of April 24-28, USG shall collaborate with the Central Student Enrollment and UIC Radio to host a spring semester celebration in the club. Let it be further resolved that USG shall allocate up to $3,000 for the purchase of pizza from Giordano's, catering from Chilango, drinks from UIC.
let it be further resolved that any unspent shall be relocated to the budget. Thank you. I will now open the floor for discussion. Are there any questions or comments regarding the presentation? Yes, ma'am.
The question was, hearing will be hearing from, before, like, kind of the advice.
We are doing the main things which are going out for deciding the best policy for our students. But if you guys have opinions that actually, I think we can also. Are there any other questions? Yes, Veronica.
I think it's a great opportunity for USG and everybody to connect, especially if I know the weather is not good now. I know. I mean, like in the future, I mean, I think it's gonna be better. And yeah, like aside from food, do you guys consider any activities that we're going to have, or are we just gonna have to do it?
So CSI has like a stockpile of like outdoor lawn games, like cornhole and like Giant Connect 4, I think, and just like other like fun outdoor games. So UIC Radio will be providing our mobile DJ service, we'll have music out there and just time for socialization.
Other, yeah, that's right.
Having the activities, they're gonna be a good help for us to bring them. So I think training, or at least, ideating and figuring out how the community feedback to encourage students to speak about their issues within campus, things that they want to see. I think that's gonna be something that we're gonna go, suggestion. Yeah, some people are suggested, but the main idea of this event is, before the finals, make our students feel more comfortable, feel more, having fun, the weather is good, the food is good. It's like a final party, which that's usually. Kind of going off that, this is something that Representative Melody mentioned last GDM, where we don't have to force them to talk about stuff like that, but if they happen to want to talk about it, it's a great opportunity to talk about it regardless. So we are city government representatives in that space. If they have any concerns, it'd be great. Yeah, I think that was fine. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. That's fine.
Due to the timeline nature of this, resolutions, we'll move the event, eventually, will be technical.
So with that in mind, we will be voting on this tonight. Are there any other questions?
Yeah, we're hoping to host this on Thursday, the 27th in the quad at around 5 or 6 p.m. for a couple hours. Obviously, it's weather permitted, so we're really hoping we can keep this outside, because Chilongo Catering is like, I don't think they'll be able to get inside of SCE. So it's really ideal if we can have this event in the quad. Also, we just got this nice new quad. If we could have these summer games like Magna just mentioned, I just think that would be fantastic. So Thursday, 27th, around 5 o'clock, that's the time we're thinking.
Yes, Sandra.
In the instance where the weather is bad, where's the alternate location going to be?
Well, that's a question now I was gonna ask you, Danya, because I don't know if it's possible. Like, will it be possible for us to have an alternate location?
We could try East Terrace if that would be feasible for.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll really get in there, that's the thing.
So where can they get into?
I don't know.
That big auditorium or the.
So I think we can also do the next weather forecast for next week. We set the week of April 24th to 28th in order to commit if maybe Wednesday is a better day, or Friday, and in case Thursday is raining. So yeah, I just made them quick. Yeah.
Fridays, simply because I know a lot of classes don't, a lot of like classes have labs. You don't meet on Fridays, but that could be a great way for people to like join in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Religious.
Arson?
Good, that's you.
Any extra? We can do it in the, where is that, sorry, your circle, if that's a possible one. And, where is that? Sorry. Have one more. Oh, about the time, do you think 5 is the late, or do you think it's gonna be a good time for me? Because I was thinking just of maybe going earlier, because more, since like everybody's leaving. So most of the students leave at 5. So maybe earlier, because consideration, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, we weren't sure about the time. We were thinking 6 initially, cause like dinner time, but, I mean, ultimately, we want to get the time when there's gonna be the most students on campus, so whatever you all think is what we're gonna go with.
But it's also, we don't have a music system, and we think maybe there's a wall, and there's outdoor classes nearby. And also maybe we can spend more. They have it or something. Yeah, thank you.
So just one other thing to respond to the first thing that you said. With the Giordano's and the USC catering, we could certainly move that inside to the inner circle or East Terrace or something. But I think with the catering from Chilongo, they're gonna be bringing like I think they're gonna be bringing like a portable grill, if we can get them. So I think we're kind of risking that, like, we're like with the weather, we're risking that, because we're gonna get the pizza no matter what. We can move that inside, but I don't know if we could bring them inside, that's the thing. So we're just gonna have to take a risk with weather.
What about the outdoor balcony next to inner circle?
If they can get it in there,
'Cause I mean, yeah,
yeah.
it's like shielded from rain.
Exactly, yeah.
so.
Has anyone contacted them on their capacity of like how mobile they are to like get inside?
Yeah.
Cause I think that is such a good idea. I totally forgot we had a balcony. Or what
So
is
like
it called?
technically you
The
can
word
bring the
zero.
grill inside, but
Maybe
it's not.
it'll be tomorrow, because the manager wasn't in Chicago, I guess, so she will be here tomorrow, we were told.
Are there any other, yes, but in general, look at the weather, it's gonna be sounds missing, so just manifest it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can all manifesting that, so.
And so the apple, how it's me, like, at first I didn't believe.
Yes, Matthew?
Yeah, so. Expect a temperature of 50 degrees Fahrenheit, fluid staying there, wind speed of 12.8 miles per hour. And
Okay.
Yes, Ernst.
Well, look, the thing is, we're in SCE, any events in SCE, we're not allowed to use any catering outside of UIC catering unless we get an exemption. Now, I can guarantee you all, we're not gonna get this exemption in time. So that's why I'm saying, like, we gotta keep it outside if we're having them go.
I think if all of it in the quad, as students are leaving for their classes for the day, if they see food around, they might.
does that include the lecture centers, or is that just?
Yeah, everywhere on campus. Goes, you were outside.
Any final?
I think 5 o'clock is a really good time for this, because a lot of people like get out of class right at 5, like a lot of, like most of the day students, 4 to 5 is their last class. And so, or like even night students, like most of their classes start around like 5 or 6. And so I think it's a really great time, not just for computers, but just any students in general.
One final comment, Veronica?
So just a question. We can have some options that we can put as they look in the weather. Paper just can it can get a bit like
Yeah.
so like
Thank you.
that what you guys think.
All right, with that, we'll move forward to voting. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 X 12/1026, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023 S 12/1026 has passed. We have one next resolution, which is resolution 2023 S 12/1027. Senator Jesse, could you please read this for us?
Whereas the undergraduate student government and the mental health commission are dedicated to supporting student mental health and informing students of mental health resources and support options on campus. And whereas with the beginning of the academic year in the fall semester, students, especially new students, may experience high levels of stress as they adapt or readjust to college life. And whereas the undergraduate student government seeks to promote campus culture that prioritizes and addresses the mental health needs of USG students. And whereas Capely events present USG with the opportunity to increase its visibility on campus, directly engage with student concerns, and expand its membership through the recruitment of new members, then let it be resolved that the undergraduate student government shall allocate a maximum of $2,000 for the purchase of stress balls, lotion, candles, face masks, and health bags. Let it further be resolved that USG and MSC shall work the USG counseling center to compile a list of mental health resources at USG, including but not limited to access to mental health professionals, support groups, organizations, and online resources to be printed and included in the care packages. Let it be resolved that any unspent funds shall be returned to the USG.
Thank you. Now open the floor for questions. Are there any questions or comments regarding this resolution? So for some context, Veronica, go ahead.
No, I just wonder about the date.
Perfect. We're envisioning this to happen next semester. Obviously, there's not much time left in the year. We don't really get our budget a little later in the semester. So this was our way of hitting the ground running. Immediately reach students. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
That's a big motion. With, first reading. Motion to first reading to April 17th, 2023, and the second reading to April 24th. That's good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Any other questions or comments? If not, we will be voting on this next. Next, we have resolution 2023 as 1028. Senator Jesse, could you please read this for us again?
Whereas the core mission statement of the undergraduate student government is to serve and advocate for the best interests of the undergraduate student government. And whereas many students struggle with affording the school supplies needed to achieve academic success, especially during the early weeks of the semester. And whereas the undergraduate student government seeks to mitigate this issue by providing various school supplies to students, such as notebooks, folders, pencils, Post-it notes, and pens with stylus. Then let it be resolved that in the early weeks of the fall 2023 semester, the undergraduate student government shall reserve a table in the Student Center East building to distribute the school supplies. Let it further be resolved that USG shall allocate a maximum of $2,000 for the purchase of the aforementioned items, as well as USG branded bags to distribute to USC students. Let it further be resolved that any unspent allocated funds shall be returned to the USG budget.
Thank you. I will now open the floor for discussion. Are there any questions, comments, or amendments to this resolution? Yes, but
I would like to motion to amend the title of the resolution
yes, go ahead.
for the code of resolution. I'd like to change it to resolution 2023 S12-1028.
There's been a motion to change resolution 2023 S12-1028, resolution 2023 S12. There's all those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Anyone abstain? Not the motion is passed. Are there any other changes to the resolution?
I motion to change the first and second reading days from the current to April 17th and April 24th.
There's been a motion to change the first and second reading date, April 17th and April 24th. Instead of the dates that are listed, is there a second? Second. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say nay. Anyone? Motion is carried. Are there any other questions, comments, or amendments?
I also want to note too, the supplies that we mentioned could also be changed, or if you have any recommendations, we're still taking them.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the chief sponsors on this resolution.
Yes.
I would like to add Representative Alexis Mata as the chief sponsor.
There's been a motion to add Representative Fonda as the chief sponsor. Is there a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
I,
All opposed, please say nay. Anyone abstain? If not, then the motion passed. Are there any other corrections to the resolution? Are there any comments or questions? We will be voting on this next. If not, we will move on to the next resolution. So resolution 2023 and sold 5,000. Please have an just read it for us.
Whereas the undergraduate student government, the undergraduate student government office is basically used to running a unit research administrative position. And whereas the top board of the office, without the use of meetings, such as committee meetings, and whereas many meetings are conducted in hybrid fashion, which are joined virtually, and whereas the USG office is in need of upgrades and offer proper special meetings, let it be resolved that undergraduate student members shall purchase a monitor and devices during communication between in-person and virtual participants. Let it be further resolved that the USG shall allocate $1,000 for the following. This is below here. Let it be further resolved that any unspent funds shall be returned to the.
Thank you. I'll now open the floor for discussion. Any questions or comments about this resolution? Yes.
I just want to say, I think it's a good idea, because, even when I have you done for now, the office, we hopefully will like, you have coordinated with transportation and that monitoring that and make it, I mean, like, appropriate time without like having people travel and stuff. So, making it available, opportunity rates, like, better people.
So are we planning to, not a big one, sorry, to adjust them like on first or second floor?
Second
Just
floor.
wondering.
Second floor, you know where the whiteboards currently are?
Yeah.
That's where we envision the screen to be.
So we are getting rid of the board.
We'll repurpose that.
Okay.
I mean, I've had some ideas, but what if we had one board? I don't know. We'll make it look as human as possible, but in terms of functionality, we need to get rid of the whiteboard. We have the monitor. Oh no, Zoom has a function with the still makes it whiteboard.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I do have a question. Who's gonna be installing this? Is it gonna be you?
I'm not going to be over the summer, but my plan was, I will oversee the installation of the monitor mount and conference package. Work with, building management to, get that.
Thank you.
Can I film a TikTok of you putting that thing on the wall?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I would love to feature.
Okay, sounds good.
Any other questions? Oh, yes, ma'am.
I think the conference package is really helpful so that, like, I know like when we have either hearings or like board meetings, whatever, like figuring out who's gonna have their microphone on and like making sure there's like back or resident for issues like that. Is gonna be really helpful and not just like USG like internal meetings, but also external meetings when we have meetings with administrators.
Any other questions? Veronica? So aside from TV and water, why have you guys consider like some like flyer holder for USG event? Because I think it's like one of like the main things whenever we have an event, like not a people will look at us because they not like look at us, like look at the event flyer. So like if you guys can consider that, can you add it into the regulation? I think it's gonna be great.
As to respond to that, I have a very genius idea now. What if we, like, when we're not using the monitor, give us like a default display of our text flyers today?
Oh, it's green thing.
Like, yeah, screensaver, so then when we're out in the office, we're like, oh, how close they read it.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead.
Also, we start with the idea that we are part. That's how like catering and like event, catering and everything.
Oh my gosh. I think a lot of this can fall under office supplies as well. Yeah. Any other questions, Charles? Arts. If not, then we will move on voting, next. Next, we have resolution 2023 S 12/2012. The chair, Susan Nazar, could you please read this for us? Yeah. So this is resolution 2023 S 12/2012, it's titled recognizing student organizations for the Quality Initiative. The chief sponsors are myself as well as the chair of slide one. Whereas resolution 2021 F 12/900 and 2021 S 12/802. These were resolutions that were shared by Lauren in our previous meetings. Entails the inclusion of various stickers displaying the student organization things supplementation of menstrual products possible through the implementation of flow machines on campus. And whereas the undergraduate student government has established its mission to provide visibility for underrepresented student organizations, especially those who advocate for menstrual health through the aforementioned resolutions. And whereas stickers are no longer visible on the flow machines to provide visibility and recognition to women's health student organizations on campus, then let it be resolved that the undergraduate student government will reintroduce the implementation of resolution 2021 F 12/900 by reprinting and repasting stickers with the following design of promotions and the mail vacuum throughout campus. The design is attached right there. Let it be resolved that these stickers shall be pasted on the promotions on campus in the following locations. The locations are a very long list. So, let me know if you have any questions on that. Let it be further resolved that these stickers shall have the following organizations' logos printed. We have Blood Buds at UIC, we have Code Red, USG, and the American Medical Women's Association. Let it be further resolved that a total of $57.95 shall be allocated for the printing of these stickers. The link is attached, and any unspent funds shall be returned to the budget. So, a follow-up from this resolution would also be to liaise with administrators on expanding the budget for our current promotions on campus. That's a conversation that we need to get going. It's definitely something that's going to happen next semester instead of this semester. But I am going to ask for an executive order of this.
Yes, so I will be executive, right? Quick question, are we pushing just enough stickers policies, or are we pushing?
We are purchasing extra, through the Amazon link, it supplies $150. So, yeah, that would be more than enough.
I'm just curious about this logo, because when we submit it to the Dean of Students, I think it has to be like a PNG or something. So I'm just curious, like, do you have that, or is this like a screenshot?
It is a screenshot because it's from our previous resolution, but I'll rework the logo and I'll send it.
That would be great. Thank you so much.
Concern for the administration, but maybe like if they bring it up, changing the wording from the actual to like established by of these organizations, because we're not finding it anymore. But we did put a lot of work.
We could do that. I'll take that down. This was just from the previous. That I can. Okay, so flow machines are these little dispensers that are included in, bathrooms all across campus. They're machines that dispense pads and tampons for, if you get your period, it's just there's a free resource for you, so you don't need to scramble around and try to get.
Absolutely. That's the reason I still. I just wanted to ask specific reasons to why we are. Speakers in that machine.
Yeah. So in 2021, this resolution was introduced as a collaboration with USG and all these organizations. And what we've noticed recently is that all these organizations, Blood Guards, corporate and they don't really have the visibility and recognition that they deserve for implementing this really huge initiative all over campus. It was an initiative that required a lot of funding, a lot of conversations with administrators, a lot of advocacy work being done by USG as well as all these organizations. So having their voice heard and having their visibility kind of being pushed forward into years to come, I think that's important. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I would think that we're doing your learning this. Something to base on last. And the resolution that we passed to put these things out, but it's been 2 years now, people are no longer visible on all these machines. So it's kind of just to, like you said, recognize, give credit to the student organizations that devoted so much time and effort to install these machines. So it's kind of just to reemphasize it.
And building on that, I think there are a lot of students who are also passionate about the same causes that, these organizations are supposed to push forward. Yeah, there's all. Same credit.
Any other questions? If not, then we will be voting on tonight. And okay. We will move forward to voting then. All those in favor of adopting resolution 2023 S 5012, please say aye.
Hi.
All opposed, please say nay. Does anyone abstain? If not, then resolution 2023 S 5012 has passed. We'll now move on to our next order of business. Are there any items for discussion? If not, we'll move forward to the next order of business, which is next reports. And please have the report of the advisors.
You all do not have a report for me. So, good luck with your exams since they're coming up next week. So good luck with your exams, take care of yourself, and I will take you.
Thank you. With that, the report of the advisor shall be filed. Next, we have a report of students. Yeah, sure.
Well, happy second life weekend, everyone. This week was especially special for me. I had the opportunity to host the 2023 Chancellor's Student Service Award Ceremony. Congratulations on the 30th. But he was one of the 50th, so we're excited to him and other former years in that is new. I also have to send you a link to vote, so you know how I did. I also met with the leadership of the newly formed King Adams College of Social Work and Government. Offered them assistance stuff, so it's probably brand new, and they're looking forward to how we can experience acting like college social work, also connecting with governments in the future, as well as hopefully branching across to undergraduate. I also attended directed topical discussion on includes affirmative action decisions expected to come out of June and potential impact. I also like to offer my congratulations to the re-elected graduates in hospital. I look forward to working with President Fresco, Vice President Dorothy, and others in the continuity of student advocacy and shared governance across the university. And then I'll also be traveling to Washington DC this week with President Almendras, Representative Slaughter, as well as others throughout the system to advocate and essentially have a chance to meet with congressmen directly and tell them about our experiences and what we need in higher education. And then lastly, I have some initiatives to update. Because of the HPSC collaboration event that we hopefully would like to hold sometime this month, we're still waiting graduates for mobility. Many of them are still in their clinical locations. They're working on finishing up with their semester. So we'll see how that goes. If it doesn't pan out, the tentative plan will be to post them in the fall of 2023 sometime. I also know that I gave you guys an update a very long time ago about the Metro Recap Initiative and haven't had a chance to follow up yet. The reason for that is because this is trying to reach out to Metro. Unfortunately, they haven't been as collaborative as we hope. We're still waiting for them to get back to us, but until then, what to say. And lastly, in terms of my return, I'll be speaking with Dr. McCall soon to finalize plans for what my office is doing. Hopefully, it follows lines with what other student governments are doing, to spend a multi-year plan. And with it, we'll ensure that future clubs have the changes with the right day and other clubs will have in the future to make fair change on campus that they can do it like we over this club. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding the student trustees report? If not, I'm going to report the student trustee report. Next, we have lots of reports. First, we have the report.
Thank you. Firstly, congratulations to speaker-elect for working. And another congratulations to Treasurer-elect Floyd Wallace. Also look forward to working with you and yeah. So yeah, the final GBN was the text task force. So we're starting to unwind everything to government, to provide exposure to our initiatives and setting the final meeting with administrators. And we'll do things over the summer, but for the most part, plan to pick things up on a strong note. So with the reserve funds plan, call to action for this is to create a summer task force. So if you're interested, please email or text me if you'd like to join. I'm thinking, realistically, I would like to have 2 members from each committee be a part of this task force, but now we'll just try to get many people to be a part of it. So we can create that game plan and structure to see how we can spend this $1,000 that we are granted. Over the weekend, met with Representative Nazra and Lauren to discuss the product access in the restrooms. First part to this was to purchase those stickers to benefit on flow machines, just to give proper credit to these student boards that help make it happen. And we also discuss a game plan on how we can further support this. So looking into like how to maintain its budget and seeing where usually fill the gap. So those setting that to progress in that space. And starting tonight, the night ride will start at 10 p.m. So get a huge shout out.
Yeah.
And it just entered my, I believe this is a pilot thing. So depending on how successful and how utilized this is, we can use this to push forward to what we ideally want, which is it to start at 9 p.m. So this is the first great start, and I'm really excited to see this start at 9 p.m. So again, thank you to Commissioner Giron and our Representative Veronica for making this happen. Just some small updates, the rec center microwave will be implemented for the semester end. This is something that some students came up to us about. I also met with some members from the Jane Addams Student Government, because they are right now advocating for unpaid, getting paid for unpaid, work, doing unpaid internships. This is something that we're hoping to look into, next semester or next academic year. I'll lay the foundation for that, get funding. The students don't have to pay for, or you'll work on paid internships. I worked one for 2 years, and that's why my mom. And yeah, I'll be traveling to Washington DC from Tuesday to Thursday. Various student leaders will be about the system, do some federal lobbying. I'll not be available for meetings, but I will be answering emails. So just send me an email and I'll try to get back to you. For the most part, if you want to meet with me, I'll be on Friday or be meeting with the Vice Chancellor on this Friday to talk about our safety plans. We introduced this a while back via letter, so we'll just follow up that, making sure that it's all with that, I will have.
If there are no more questions, then the report of the president will be filed. Next, we have the report of the vice president.
Should I come up there?
You can-
Get up there.
Yeah,
Get up there.
I love that. Speak.
Hey everyone, so Representative Saab, Representative Nora, and I will meet with Vice Chancellor Clarius on Friday, April 28th. Talking about the policy initiatives, religious suspension process, and standardizing that form. Hopefully, one of the officers will pick that up. And then Michelle and I have been in contact with Raphael about meeting to talk about 24/7 mental health counseling. That's scheduled for next week. Matt mentioned the meeting on the student safety letter and the modules. There's been like a working group with some USG members, just to talk about survivors' rights on campus responsibility reporting procedures so far. DSC, ROSC, and Representative Menda. Ireland's working group, if anyone wants to join. This time, it's Friday from 10 a.m. to whenever everyone has to go. We're also reaching out to CAN to set up our first meeting to see where advocacy is needed. And then continue to read Boston versus legislation out there, all work on that. And Representative Saab, Representative Nora, and I met with Devin Saline last week. Gave some updates, and we're working to see about the certification that is done for law who's on campus. If anyone has any questions like that, about that, would be reached. Anyone have a question?
Are there any questions regarding the vice president's report? If not, then the report of the vice president will be filed. Next, we have the report of the treasurer.
Well, happy 12th GBM, everyone. Second to last one, feels pretty surreal to be here. But before I get started on my report, I want to congratulate Treasurer-elect Matt Wallace. It's been a pleasure working with you, watching you learn and grow, man. I'm really looking forward to all that you'll accomplish. So to get into it, I made minor adjustments to the budget layout. I know that it's very late in the semester and the year, but I plan on passing this budget on for years to come. I've done a lot of work on it, and I think that it's set to be used for the next 5-10 years. And hopefully that's what we'll use for, but it's up to every single treasurer in the future. But as you can see, if you scroll down, I added an allocated section. I feel like it could be a little bit misleading at certain times during the year because we don't always spend all the money that we allocate. But I've really noticed how important it is towards the end of the semester that we know how much money is allocated. So just working through that, trying to figure out an easy way for us to understand how to make that work. Additionally, I've been coordinating with Dr. McCall regarding spending statements and USG budget. I'm also fulfilling all resolutions requiring request for funding, as always. Deputy Treasurer-elect Matthew and I are working with the Secretary Downey in ordering decorations for the USG Gala. She's not here right now, but thank you so much. Oh, there she is. Thank you so much. We're gonna try to get that order out this Wednesday so that we can get it in time.
Thank you.
I'm also coordinating with the Campus Life Committee Chair Felix and funding the celebration for the winner of the USG Week of Giving competition. In the Treasury Committee, we're revisiting recent resolutions and ensuring that all costs have been accounted for. We discussed potential initiatives to conclude the semester. We initiated the 4 resolutions that we just spoke on earlier. And Representative Delay is coordinating with Shalonga Restaurant for catering for the end of the semester celebration. So if you guys have any ideas for the celebration, please reach out to anyone within the Treasury Committee. We would love to hear your thoughts, and we want to make this a great event for everyone. And I have one more budget update. It's the spring GM 12 budget update. I'm going to let Jesse speak on this.
So I'll be pretty brief with this. We start with $126,000. So far, we spent $98,000. Allocated funds around like $15,000, and our spendable remainder is $12,000. Keep in mind, I took track of all the initiatives that are passed today, and we still have enough money to make sure all of them go through. And we definitely have some room for error just in case.
Are there any questions or comments?
I'd like to add a comment.
Go.
Yeah, so I think after today's GBM and the allocations, we'll have around $11,000 left. Then with the resolutions that we introduced today, that's about 8,500 around there. So that's going to put us back down around anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 remaining in the USG budget. And I think that that is, that's a pretty close margin for us, but that's a great accomplishment in my eyes because we brought that number very low. And I know I've done a lot of talking about how we need to spend the USG's funds and we need to use, we have these resources, so we have to use them, but we really did it, guys. I'm really proud of you all. And thank you so much for being so collaborative and working with us.
Yay. Are there any other questions or comments? If not, then the report of the treasurer will follow. Next, we have a report of the student. Regarding the nominee for the student mental health task force, I've been putting this on a couple of our reports out, but to those who contacted you with interest, they'll be setting up meetings with people this week to speak about it. And I'll come. The mental health town hall is today. Thank you for those who attended. I think this question was really useful. And thank you to Director Constantine and Dr. Jair for doing a great job of planning this with me as well. Yeah. I'm continuing work on updating the USG box for the USG plaque. As we do this class today, I will send out an updated doc for the position. Apologize to those who I owned it before us. Please let me know by tonight if you'd like to provide another name or this and you'll work out. If not, if there are no questions, then the report is. Next, we have a report about the GBM. Good luck on winding down the year, everyone. You have finished strong. We met with President Matthew to discuss how to do as an end of year course and finishing up initiatives that were passed. Directors will complete the end of year course to showcase and highlight the activities and what they've accomplished. More details will be discussed during director one-on-one. There was a gala meeting last week that she did and director meetings this week. Some of which are rescheduled due to the town hall. Next, we have the report from the secretary.
evening, everyone. My report is added to the thread, helping. So I had a gala meeting last Friday, and I will also have one this Friday too. So if you have any questions, or anything like that, you can attend this Friday, it can be a Zoom. I have solidified the decorations and the event layout. I sent it to the treasury, and they will hopefully put in the request for ordering. Thank you so much to Chris Boyd and Quinn, the whole treasury committee. Thank you so much. Anyway, I connected with Rocco from Transportation Services. And he confirmed we will have a shuttle bus for the gala. If you don't want to take the shuttle bus, like, obviously you don't have to, but I would highly suggest taking it because it's just gonna be right in front of SCE. And then it takes you straight there, especially because last year we had it at the Palmer House, which is like, not in walking distance, but it wasn't that far. So this location is more close to where Navy Pier is. So it can be a little bit more tricky to go over there, and parking is expensive. So definitely take advantage of this. And if you have any concerns with that, just let me know. But I'm still waiting to hear on the logistics for that, like how long it'll be before the event that they'll be there, and stuff like that. And also like getting back, how that's gonna look like too. But I have answers for you in due time. I outreached to our event planner from Anita Z. John Brio. And I'm consolidating the event structure and operations. And I'm finalizing the catering for the evening. So I will provide the info once everything is agreed upon. So I have to get that in order with Michelle Ramirez from POS and then also from Catered by Design. I'm going to be sending out invites this Wednesday. I'm going to be looking over the list of what we have. So this is what it's going to look like for the student orgs, because there were so many that I've compiled within the list. So the invites will be sent to all of them, but it's first come, first served. So whoever gets to the RSVP and registers first will be the ones who are attending the gala. Last year was a little bit different because we just took all the people that came to Connecting Student Leaders and the ones that we collabed with. Because there is an abundance of them. I don't want to pick and choose who gets to go and who doesn't. So yeah, I will be sending out those invites this Wednesday. If you hosted a town hall, if you've had a dinner, if you planned an event, or if you've had any collaboration of any kind, you must come to me after the meeting and provide me the list of those names as well as the contacts. I said this prior, but I can see in resolutions where you've had events and then not share it with me. So please do that because I don't want to sift through every single resolution. That's a little bit tedious, but come to me after the meeting. So this applies to reps and to e-board members. And if you don't tell me, they won't be invited, period. I'm consolidating the itinerary with the wonderful assistance of Nazra. So if you have any specific requests, outreach to me or her. She is wonderful. She's doing it minute by minute, which is exactly how I did it last year too. So we're both neurotic on this, so great. But yes, I'm going to be sending out a Google form tonight for those who are able to attend the gala, just so I can get a head count. So you don't have to tell me this right now, but if you're not able to make Monday, May 8th from 6 to 9 p.m., please let me know. Because you will have, it's not a spoiler, but you'll have a certificate and things like that. So I want to give it to you for if you can't go to it, because I probably will not see you after that day. But please just let me know. And if you have any questions, email me. Thank you. Oh, I yield my time for questions. Are there any questions regarding the report of the secretary? If not, then the report of the secretary shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the university and the community.
We had a consultant, we talked about it, but discussion was really valuable, even though there wasn't as much turnout as we hoped. The panelists were able to shed a lot of light on negotiations post the strike, as well as kind of where funds were allocated regarding mental health. And kind of just things like that. So it's pretty helpful, kind of just understanding where we are in terms of mental health care. Gia and Bruno are doing their mental health week this week, and it's going to be taking place this week. We'll be posting on Instagram, I believe, sometime soon, regarding the events that are taking place. So just keep a lookout, try to attend any events if you can. And then resolution was passed today. So the discussion is going to be taking place April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. If you're interested in discussing with these student organizations and issues and kind of brainstorming ideas regarding disability inclusion, feel free to join. Sadie, working alongside myself, we worked together on the statement today, introduced it to the body, and I've been working alongside a lot of students who are really passionate about this issue, kind of bring it up to student government. And then last Friday, I met with Vice President Hernandez and Representative Further with respect to 9 issues. I kind of brought it up in the report. And yeah, if you've got any questions or concerns, I'll be glad to.
Are there any questions or comments about the policies? Regarding the mental health week, I've been Brina has let me know that the Bring Your Pet Day has been scheduled for Friday, I believe. So I think any other questions, comments? If not, then the report of the diversity and the inclusion. Next, we have the report of the legislative commission.
Again, mental health on call today, pretty great thing to show up monitoring that. And thank you to everyone else who helped out, super grateful. Some news with the symposium, with 5 p.m. to 6. Dr. McKenzie, Professor McKenzie has returned from London and will be leading the discussion. There's been some conflicts with Stonewall, but then he emailed us today, letting us know that be able to be there. So I guess now we have a guest speaker, which is great. We love Professor Stovall. He's very educated in this manner, so it's going to be interesting to have him speak. So this is good news. Over the weekend, we spoke with Joe Horace and his research team from the Institute of Public, from IPSI, about a research survey that we're trying to work with them in last semester. And what does this mean? It means that we're going to have some actual institutionalized data and common supporting resolutions on campus. So for example, let's say, this is why I'm asking you. For example, let's say we get some data regarding student services on campus. How students feel about this? If we have data that says students don't feel that comfortable in it, then we can actually back a resolution with this data. Further, if it's more logistical or more legislative information, we can take this to FCC and we take this to more Springfield era. So it'd be great. Regarding that, if you have any questions that you'd like to be answered into this data, please let me know. It will be posted on Blackboard in the fall. It will be massive. And the events below basically show a little what's happening. Again, the event is tomorrow, so between 5 and 6 p.m. Lecture Center C6. I'd love to have you all there. The deadline to submit these questions for the survey is May 4th, 2023. So if you have any questions that you'd like to be submitted or to be reviewed for this survey, please let me know. Again, finally, huge shout out to the shop for the town. It was great. Yeah.
I was just going to ask your questions. Are there any questions regarding the report of the legislative commission? If not, then the report of the legislative commission shall be filed. Next, we have the report of the public commission. Designer say so.
Hello, everyone. I'm doing Kenvy's report again. So Director Kenvy coordinated with me to post many events from members on the USG Instagram. Director Kenvy sent out the March newsletter and created a template for April newsletter sent to Representative Carolina and graphic designer Zaina. Posted our first TikTok on Instagram. For more ideas, please contact Representative Sophia, who's in charge of TikTok. Additionally, please come to PAC meetings if you have any ideas on how we can better promote USG on campus or hear from students. Committee meetings are open to anyone and we would love to see members attend. So if you guys have any questions, you can email PAC Director Kenvy. Thank you.
Please, refer all questions to Candy and the report of the first chair shall be filed. Next, we have the of your student trust chair. Should be included in the.
So. Popcorn tasting and professional event will be hosted on April 19th from 12 to 1 p.m. We'll be having a roundtable for admin staff from the following officers to answer questions students may have when they eat and eat popcorn. So we'll have 2 roundtables for LA's career development and internships. 1 roundtable from the engineering career center. 1 roundtable for pre-law, 1 roundtable for the business career center, 1 roundtable for career students. We will need some help to setting up all the tables and popcorn. Paving supplies and ushers and greeters. So if you can help out, please do reach out to Mom or myself. And then shout out to graphic designer Dana for creating. We also have the career and cutout events. It'll be hosted on the 24th of April, that's next Monday from 1 to 3 p.m. So if you have any magazines, newspapers, or any other material that you think is useful during the event, that you would like to donate, please feel free to leave them with either myself or Juana at the end. Or in the USG office, rather.
All right, please direct all questions to Director Matanor and the report of the student administrator shall be filed. Last but not least, we have the director, the report of the chamber.
So this is 2 more weeks left in classes, please make sure when you prepare themselves for each of the time. Congratulations to all who received an award during Champions in Service and Leadership Award. Representative Alessandro will take Director Diaz's place in the Leadership Council of the Chancellor's Committee on Sustainability and Energy. Representative Isaiah Secretary Dania, Legislative Affairs Secretary will lead Young Equity Fair Symposium on Freedom of Speech Tuesday, April 18th, which is tomorrow, from 5 to 6 in Metro Center. Royce Stone, Dr. Edmund, who will be the guest speaker. The bystander integration workshop is this Wednesday. We haven't had any organizations as of Saturday show this the workshop. So I, along with Nadra and Felix, will be the workshop. It will be this Wednesday, April 19th from 5 to 6:30. Please RSVP if you're able to attend the workshop. I think the main goal is to calm the information inside and then spread it to others in the organization. You can spread it to your friends. The campus site committee will do this week is a workshop, event. USG Meeting dinner. It will be held for INC. There will be 46 other members that will attend. It will be a Pompeii is the 20th. So student workers' rights, Representative Isaiah reached out to Vice Rob Dixon to schedule another meeting regarding student workers' rights. The meeting is set April 20th. As far as the campus safety commission, okay. So as far as updates for the campus safety commission, SBAA also won the Best News Organization Award. And for presenting the safety presentation at Yearbook High School for 25 minutes. University Library extended hours with announcement for studying late at night from April 24th through May 5th. So for their hours, Representatives Veronica Soha reached out to OBCA Spray and CDTA to provide the free art musical spray availability on campus to avoid any unexpected overdose cases and create a safe space for students. Representative Veronica reached out to the Campus Advocacy Network for department contact and additional resources to attach them on USG's website and campus hub. Beginning today, the pilot program night ride starts from 10 p.m. and a possible meeting for extension to fall 2023. You can download the app Possible meetings with USG police regarding charge documents, clarification on public and privacy, legality, and general safety.
Thank you. Please direct all questions, Director Felix, and the report of the next lecture in the file. We can now move on to the next order of business, which is now, are there any announcements? Yes. are there any-
Yeah, so I'd like to finally announce that website is finally live.
Any other announcements? Yes, Donnie, and then.
Please come to the event tomorrow on Lecture Center C6 from 5 to 6 p.m. on freedom of speech. We're gonna have two incredible guest speakers. I will be so sad if I don't see your face there. So if you want to live with that burden, fine by me. UIC Radio is hosting our Battle of the Bands this Saturday. It's gonna be a lot of fun, live music, free food, free boba, giveaways. You should come. Wait, when is it? Friday, Saturday? Saturday. Saturday, April 22nd, in the parking lot across the street from this building. I know we see stuff there.
So as.
This is the first time we've ever held.
Just myself, every spring, in the last USG meeting, I'm gonna make kind of fitting, so. we're going to the platform, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna have like maybe one grade of banana pudding, so. And maybe you are allergic to banana, so. Or anything like that, so I.
Thanks, Veronica.
Why, Vision board event, we're seeking donations for newspapers and magazines, so if you have any things, let me know. You have to direct me, or if you have any, either the USG office is drop me a message. Second announcement I have to make is the bystander awareness workshop, bystander intervention workshop is Wednesday. If you haven't already, please RSVP. It is such useful information and resources for everyone running campus. You know, you don't directly need to be involved in something to know how people of magnitude. So, yeah, RSVP for the event. It's going to be so useful.
Sophia?
I'm gonna be quick because my throat hurts right now speaking, but if I want to make a list of questions to like interview like students on the street about, if you have any questions that are valuable to you and like your committees or as an e-board, please reach out to me, Kenny, or your favorite PAC committee member. We will find out. And yeah, so we can either start like right now or even next semester.
Tanya?
I'm so sorry, guys. I messed up on the form. It's supposed to collect the email responses. And I see so many things in the questions, comments. I'm gonna send it out again. Does anyone know how you could send it out again so it collects the email responses? Can I just edit it?
You turn it on in the
Ah,
form.
okay, thank you guys. You guys are geniuses. Oh, and